It's a 6-game slate on Thursday, and we're going to talk about all of them. This is Krusty Case here from the Go Boys Network coming to you with the slate preview for May 16th. Let's hop right into this recap, though, from Wednesday. Another good day, 8-5 currently as I'm recording this. We have 2 plays pending, both are tracking. So looking like a 10-5 day. That'd be 7 of the last 8 green days from these videos. So, I mean, if you're not watching these videos, if you're not tailing these plays, then maybe you just don't like money. I don't know. But let's give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Sleeper Picks, and let's hop right into this slate. So the first one on this slate is the New York Yankees taking on the Minnesota Twins. This is Clark Schmidt versus Joe Ryan. This is an interesting matchup here because you have 2 of the top 5 offenses against right-handed pitching over the last 2 weeks. So I'm a little unsure where to go here, but I do like Joe Ryan, and I do like him at home in particular. So I'm going to roll the Twins on the money line here. I just think they get this one done. I think Joe Ryan, if you look at the pitchers, Joe Ryan, in my opinion, is better than Clark Schmidt. And with both teams hitting right-handed pitching pretty well, I just think that Joe Ryan has a much better shot of limiting this Yankees lineup than Clark Schmidt does of limiting this Twins lineup. Twins likely going to have 6, even 7 lefties in the lineup, and that's Clark Schmidt's worst side of his split, so obviously it's a tougher spot for him. And then Joe Ryan, he's only seen this Yankee team, I believe, 1 game, and he had a ton of success against them, a lot of strikeouts, and really just held his own. So for me here, I think he pitches well once again. We all know his K stuff is, pretty elite. He pitched really well against the Jays in his last start. I believe he went 7 innings and racked up 7 Ks. So I think Joe Ryan's strikeouts could be in play here, even against the Yankees, who are pretty K adverse so far this season. When you're getting guys like Judge, Volpe, Stanton, you're going to have K targets. So give me Joe Ryan Ks and give me the Twins on the money line. Our next one is the New York Mets again, the Philadelphia Phillies. This is Jose Quintana versus Taijuan Walker. I hate saying, give me the Phillies, give me the Phillies, give me the Phillies. But I don't see how you don't take the Phillies here. We've backed them, I believe, 3 days in a row and cashed all 3 days. Probably the best team in baseball right now, to be honest with you. So in this one, I just don't trust Taijuan Walker. So I'm going to roll with the Phillies team total over. We get Quintana, a lefty, obviously. Not having a great season by any means. Definitely more of like in the back end of his career here. And we get a Phillies team who is absolutely mashing against left-handed pitching. So I expect them to put up runs. Expect this one to get a little ugly pretty quick. The reason I'm not going to back the Phillies on the money line is because I could definitely see Taijuan Walker giving it up too. So I'll take the Phillies on the team total over. And in terms of Ks, small lean to Quintana under. It's a little scary because this Phillies team has a few guys who just take, close pitches and can get easily rung up if the umpire is favorable. But lean under on Quintana Ks and Phillies team total over. Our next one is the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Boston Red Sox. This is Zach Littell versus Cooper Criswell. Criswell coming off a absolute masterclass of a game. I believe he had 9 strikeouts against the Nationals. Just looked absolutely unhittable. Littell coming off of probably his shortest outing of the season. Not really sure what was going on there, but I think he only threw like 76 pitches. So something to monitor. Kevin Cash, no one knows what's going on in that guy's head. So it's always a bit of a tough read. For me here, small lean to Boston on the money line. I think they can get this one done. Tampa just hasn't impressed me offensively. They're just so inconsistent. And Boston, on paper at least, is hitting right-handed pitching pretty well. So I wouldn't be surprised if they get it going here. For me, I'm going to roll with the Nerfy. Give me the no runs in the first inning. I think it's the best look here. We'll get in, we'll get out. I don't really want anything to do with this game, truthfully. So give me no runs in the first inning. I think these guys can get us the 6 quick outs we need, get a cash, and we can keep it rolling. In terms of Ks, small lean to Littell over. I don't love it. He's just not a big strikeout guy. The stuff's really not there. He throws a splitter slider, so you would think that it is, but he just can't put hitters away consistently. Criswell, if it's low enough, which I'm guessing it will be, probably like a 3.5 juiced, or maybe even a 4.5 at plus money, I could probably be on that. Tampa Bay overall, just still pretty undisciplined at the plate. They have been a bit better as of late, and they did have some of their normal guys take a day off in this last game, so should see guys like Harold Ramirez back in the lineup, which makes them a bit of a tough target, so I don't love it, but small lean to Criswell over his Ks if the line's low enough.
Wait, before we get back to the picks, I wanted to thank you all for watching. friends don't let friends watch videos without hitting the like button. So go ahead and press the thumbs up button and like the video. If you're new here and not subscribed, you should go ahead and do so because we're dropping new content each and every day on the Goal Boys Network. We strive to cover every sport and give out picks and analysis and valuable information for free on the Goal Boys Network. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so you can get notified when we drop something new. I'm Brad Thomas. Let's get back to the picks.
Our next one is the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Chicago Cubs. This is Jared Jones versus Justin Steele. We just saw this matchup in Pittsburgh over the weekend, and I'm going to go back to Jared Jones here. I had his Ks in the first head-to-head, and the Cubs surprised me because they seemed extremely ready for the fastball, and then he was getting kind of squeezed by the ump, ultimately kept him under his strikeouts. Hoping for a better umpire here, and I just think that this is the spot where Jared Jones kind of, gets it back. The Cubs put out a pretty good lineup in terms of being K'd versus that game where they had Nico Horner and Nick Madrigal. And it made it really tough on Jared Jones to find guys to punch out. So in this one in particular, I'm expecting Horner to sit once again. He tweaked his hamstring a few days ago and has shown really no signs of getting back in the lineup anytime soon. We may see Madrigal, but beyond him, there's probably about 7-8 targets in this lineup that Jared Jones should be able to attack. Could see Happ back in the lineup too. He's missed a few days. So I'm going to roll with Jared Jones over his strikeouts in this one. In terms of a side or a total, it's probably going to be a cooler day at Wrigley. So I'm going to roll with the under. It's obviously a terrifying under because they're at Wrigley Field. But if it's cooler, the wind's going to be blowing in, and that wind knocks down just about everything. So I'll trust these guys to deal. Jared Jones didn't pitch really well. Justin Steele got touched up pretty good in his start. So I kind of like him to bounce back here, especially being at home. And then Jared Jones, I just think he's outstanding. So I'll roll with the under. I think this one's low scoring. What's going on, everybody? I just want to take this moment to give a special shout out to our sponsor, Sleeper Picks. Thank you for sponsoring this video. And don't forget, you can use code GOALBOYS for a $500 deposit match on your first deposit. Thank you, Sleeper Picks, for sponsoring this video. Now back to the bets. Our next one is the Oakland Athletics taking on the Houston Astros. This is Joey Estes versus Christian Javier. The Astros in this game with Christian Javier on the mound are a minus 210 favorite, and you could not give me your money to put on this. I want no part of Javier at a minus 210. Anybody who saw his first start back, he was absolutely awful. Command was terrible. Tons of walks, it just didn't have it. I don't think that really changes here. He's a guy who, for much of his career, struggled with command, and you get an Oakland team who, we've all seen the numbers over the last 2 weeks, is actually really hitting against right-handed pitching in particular. So I think Oakland can get to him here. On the flip side, Joey Estes, he actually looked really good in his first start. I'm not going to lie to you. So Houston, dangerous team on paper, but we've seen it so many times where they just don't hit or they don't put up, a ton of runs. And I think this could be one of those instances here where, they might get to him for a couple, but I think that Oakland offensively can stay in this game. So I'm going to go with the Athletics plus 1.5 on the run line. I think they keep this one close. Maybe even steal one here because, like I said, Javier, I just don't think he's that good. In terms of the Ks, don't love either one. Small lean to Javier under. Obviously, it's a tough spot because Oakland does K quite a bit, but Javier, I don't think the stuff is there. So I'll lean to the under just simply because I don't think he's ready for this one. And Oakland keeps it close. The last one on this slate is the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. As of right now, the Reds don't have a starter listed. I'm expecting it to be Nick Martinez. He's sort of a long reliever, been in their bullpen. He was a starter with the Padres, so I think he'll pick up the spot start here going against Tyler Glasnow. Reason Martinez is picking up a spot start most likely is because Nick Lodolo went on the IL, so this would be normally his spot in the rotation. I believe we see Nick Martinez. I'd be shocked if it was anybody else, to be honest with you. In this one, Dodgers are probably going to be minus 300 or more, truthfully. We don't have a line yet. I'll be very curious to see what it opens at, but I expect this money line to be pretty nasty. You get Glasnow, obviously the ace. Dodgers are at home, and you're playing a Reds team that isn't hitting. So there could be absolutely zero value in this game. We're going to have to wait and see when the lines come out. But for me, I'll roll with a Glasnow player performance double. Likely going to have to be quite a few Ks to even get it close to even money. So just to be safe, we'll say Tyler Glasnow, 8 Ks, and the Dodgers money line. I'm hoping that is around even money, around -110. And that'd probably be my best look here. He should absolutely mow this lineup down. This Reds team, as we all know, like 27% K rate versus right-handed pitching over the last 2 weeks, right around there for the season. Bottom 5 in chase contact, bottom 5 in zone contact. Struggle with the fastball, which we know Glasnow has a great one, a lot of late life on it. And obviously his slider is devastating. That's a pitch that this Reds team just simply cannot hit. Ellie got the day off, so he'll be in the lineup tomorrow, which obviously we all call him Ellie De La K. So should be a few strikeouts there. Will Benson obviously right there behind him. Those two guys alone should combine for 3 or 4 strikeouts. Just a great spot for Glasnow to rack them up. And like I said, as much as I would not want to back the Dodgers at a -300, I don't see anywhere else to go with this one. I'm not going to try and catch the falling knife with the Reds. So give me Glasnow Ks, give me the player performance double with the Dodgers money line, and I think they win this one big behind a Glasnow masterclass just against a Reds team that, in my opinion, is going to be overmatched here. That does conclude the slate. If you guys do me a favor, drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys are liking, what you're playing. As I mentioned in yesterday's video, we are going to be doing a giveaway soon, so stay tuned for that. I'm really looking forward to getting you guys in Gold Boys if not already in there and letting you guys check it out. As always, you can find all my plays, goldboys.com. If you have a gambling problem, dial 100 Gambler. Thank you guys.